Hey guys, this is Bill. Thought I'd get out of the house and do a little bit of walking around while I film. And behind me is the backdrop of the town municipal. Now this building is actually pretty new. It was, I guess, constructed about 6 years ago. I'm not exactly sure, but I know 17 years ago when we came out here, there was an older municipality building that was the post office, municipal, fire department, police station, all in one. And now that the town has grown in the last 15 plus years, they've got an actual decent size mayor's office. Now this is where all the land taxes and all the other stuff is done. And there's a lot of other facilities off in this direction that will deal with your NBI and some of the other local stuff. They have little branches set up here, like little remote branches, not in temporary buildings, but I think the senior citizen center is over there as well. And then back behind there is the big gym. But the new police station is over here, and it's about the size of the entire old municipal building. So they got a pretty good police station. And then the fire department station is right next to it right here. Now what you're not seeing is all the way in the back they have a lot of areas for emergency services. They have their search and rescue response team, their boats, and some of their other stuff back there in the back where they can take care of any crisis that comes out here, which typically would be fires, hurricane, and or flooding, right? So it is the Philippines. Earthquakes are a thing out here. It's interesting because the last time I was actually inside the municipal building here, they had an earthquake, and it wasn't a very strong one down south of Manila somewhere, but it was felt here enough to trigger the government response where everyone had to leave the building and then wait for the fire chief to come along and clear the building, which obviously was fine. But yeah, so speaking of earthquakes, it's just interesting that I was here 3 weeks ago when they had a big earthquake. So this is not so much a prepper video. I was hoping to make one today, but it looks like I'm going to do one later. But this is more of a provincial style town, right? So this is it. This is the whole seat of this town. And let me put my camera down and pick up my drone. So I do have some drone footage I'll tag on somewhere, either at the end of this or somewhere in the middle of the video here. So let me walk around and I'll show you kind of what we got going on. So the police station does double duty as an impound yard as well. So if anybody's bikes or anything are impounded, they'll typically be parked out here until they can get paid. But it's a nice building. It's all administrative. There might be some bunks in there, maybe a holding cell or two, but from my understanding, and I won't know until I can get in and check it out, but they have also all their ambulances here as well. Some of these are pretty rugged. This is looks like a 4x4 one. Looks like it'd be pretty cool. So the ambulances are out here. And they typically stage ambulances in different areas as well. So it's kind of interesting that they have so many here, but it is what it is. And then this building over here is the old jail, or the new jail, I should say. Republic of the Philippines Department of Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So I think it's also going to be the short timer prison, right? So if you got a short sentence, you're probably going to end up spending a short amount of time there. See, here's one of their little emergency boats I was telling you about. And this is the evacuation center again. So if people need to or basically it's used for coordination and stuff. And if they need to coordinate an event, I think weddings were held here during COVID actually, to be honest with you. But I'm assuming in some of these buildings back here, they deal with other administrative functions as well. Garbage trucks, there's looks like about 4 of them here. There's probably a couple garbage trucks that are out. Garbage is picked up once a week, but obviously not all places at the same time. So they have different places, different things. Different buildings out here. What's the, ano sa kuya? DRRM, what's that? Ano daw? Waste management,
No. Hall of Justice yan, sir.
Hall of Justice, oh, so the courthouse, if they need.
Yeah.
But not always open courthouse dito, right? Normally Morong?
Morong.
Morong, but
In here.
in here, sometimes here. So they have a local courthouse. Bago? Is that new?
New.
Oh, 1 year or less, maybe?
Less.
Less than 1 year? Okay, so I learned something new. Been here 10 years, didn't know there was a courthouse. Thank you, Kuya. So yeah, so this little municipality's got everything it needs, right? It's got trash service, ambulance service, jails, fire department, and even the courthouse, which is new. Interesting. Evacuation center is pretty big size too. So this is what a small municipality infrastructure would look like out in the province of the Philippines. Now, this is in a magnitude of, I don't know, 100 times bigger than what it was 10 years ago, right? So all these buildings are new. All of these functions were being held in one building. And in that one building, they crammed everything in there, right? So as the town grows, so does this services, which is pretty cool. Living out in the province doesn't mean you don't have services available to you, right? So they're definitely out here, and you can definitely, be safe. Now, there's not a hospital in Baras, per se. There's one on each side of the town. In the towns on both sides of us, they have a hospital, public hospitals, as well as private. But Baras itself doesn't have its own hospital, so that's kind of interesting. But it's only, I would say, a 10-15 minute ride in either direction, or maybe 20 in one direction to get to a hospital. But this is what a municipality in the province basically looks like, the types of services you can get here. And it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can tell there's just not a lot of traffic out here, right? So the province life is laid back, chill out, kick back, and as you can see, it's pretty chill. All right, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to get out, do a video on what a province municipality looks like and offers. All right, guys, until next time, thank you. Be good.